Yo, what's good, Girl 413 here back in today, and today, guys, there is a brand new season here in Forza Horizon 4 as we have made our first rotation around the in-game sun and have come back to summer. And I'm excited for summer, guys, because of course there is going to be more traction on the tires and we are getting that nice summer-loving beach weather. Oh boy, my dudes, oh boy, I'm excited, But of course, with a brand new season means a new set of Forzathon shop rewards, as well as a new set of weekly challenges, which this week is Kettle of Fish, where we will own and drive an amazing cult car and perform a couple of challenges. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Starting things off, we have Eclectic Taste, own and drive any cult car. Of course, this has been sort of the norm that we've been seeing so far with these weekly Forzathon challenges, where essentially the first challenge is to just own the car that is part of the challenge. Now, cult cars consist of things like the Volkswagen Beetle, of course, which is shown, but I also think like the 1965 Mini Cooper S may be one, but I'm not entirely sure about all the cult cars that are available, but it should add a little bit of diversity to the races that we'll do, because you never know what is considered a cult by a lot of people. You know, it could be something really unique, could be something a little weird. I don't know, guys, I don't know. But we are going to have a lot of fun with our cult car. After that, we have Coveted. Show off your pride and joy by earning a total of 5 million skill score in your cult car. Now, I do want to go ahead and talk about this challenge really quickly because it has been fixed. There is no bug associated with this, at least that we know of yet. Because apparently, if you guys remember 2 weeks ago, we had the challenge where you had to get 7 million skill score in an off-road vehicle. And in that challenge, a lot of people started noticing, myself included, that their progress would get reset. I lost about 1.6 million skill score, and somebody told me they lost 6.5 million skill score in that challenge, which hurts quite a bit. That actually really would hurt. I don't think I'd finish it if that happened to me. I really don't think I'd actually finish it. But apparently the issue has been fixed, so you should be able to go ahead and do this throughout the week without having any difficulties whatsoever, just in case you don't necessarily want to grind it all out in one day like I'm going to do on Saturday during the Forzathon live stream. But after that, what we have is we have Hobby Horse. Prove that your cult car is the best by winning a dirt racing series event at the White Horse Hill Trail. Now, just to go ahead and show you guys where this is on the map, it is located a little bit northeast of the festival site right here. But one of the interesting things about this challenge is that it specifically says a dirt race series event. And we had a very similar challenge last week that I didn't quite understand because it seemed a little bit redundant. It was like, hey, you know, go ahead and do a sprint race event at this sprint race. It's like, okay, redundancy much, but whatever. You know, I can deal with it. But I think with the new route creator, I think you may be able to actually build your own dirt racing series event at the White Horse Hill Trail and be able to race that one, and you should actually be good to go. I think that that is actually going to be a possibility. We'll test it out on Saturday, but if one of you guys tests it out beforehand, leave a comment down below and let me know if it works. Then finally, we have fan favorite, chain together near miss skills to thrill the crowd and earn 10 Daredevil skills with your cult car. For those of you guys who aren't aware of the Daredevil skill, essentially it is 2 near misses back to back. And there are 2 different ways that I would recommend going about this. The first one requires you to get a convoy together. Because if you're in a convoy, you should be able to get a couple people to go ahead and line up in the convoy. And as you fly past them, you will go ahead and get Daredevil skills from just passing 2 people back to back. You don't have to go in between them because that is the threading the needle skill. But as long as you just go ahead and get 2 near misses within, I think, oh, what is it, like 5 seconds of each other? It's a very short period of time. But as long as you can get them, you should be good to go. The other method, though, is to go ahead and do this offline. Because when you do it offline, you'll actually have both the regular AI drivers, and then you also have the AI drivatars. So you're going to have more cars on the road that you can go ahead and get these near misses skills from. I'd also recommend doing it on the highway. I'm not really sure about traffic, though. And as well, of course, I think there is the traffic disappearing glitch. I've had that happen to me a couple times, so you may have to restart your game if you do notice that there is no traffic. So then, now that we've finished up the weekly challenge, let's go ahead and take a look at the Forzathon shop rewards. So starting things off in the Forza Edition car section, we have the 2008 Lamborghini Reventon Forza Edition, which for the first time ever since this game has been out, is actually a halfway decent buy. because you can actually go ahead and sell this car in the auction house for 800,000 credits. So I would actually recommend to you guys buy this car with Forzathon points, or you may get lucky and get a cheaper one on the auction house, but that is not a guarantee. I tried to do it and I failed, but there are other ways to obtain this car, of course, because if you have the 1967 Lamborghini Miura P400 and you have not yet looked at its car mastery, I would go ahead and do so, because in the top right corner, for 30 skill points, you can actually unlock the 2008 Lamborghini Reventon Forza Edition. That's actually how I got mine. Now, I didn't buy my Lamborghini Miura from the auto show. I actually bought it off the auction house, but I got very lucky that the person who had actually put the car up had unlocked everything else in the car mastery except for the Reventon. And I will recommend, if you try this, be careful. Look for people's gamer tags who are selling the Lamborghini Miuras, because if you see one person selling more than one Miura at a time, I would take that as a little bit fishy. I would probably avoid that car, because you never know how many he's got, how many Reventons he's bought, if he's filled out the car mastery. Because if he's selling more than one Miura, he probably is doing it to make money, because this is a money-making method. However, though, it's not as good as it used to be now that more people are aware of what the Miura has in store. So that is one thing to go ahead and keep in mind. But after that, what we have is we have the 1994 Ferrari F355 Berlinetta. And this car right here, guys, is not a Forzathon exclusive. We do have another exclusive car this season, which is the Hot Wheels Twin Mill. However, though, that car is only available by completing a seasonal championship. And this car, it costs 160,000 credits in the auto show, but I would also go ahead and recommend this. Probably check the auction house. There's probably one cheaper there. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't checked yet to see what these things are going for, but really, I bet you it's not too terribly much. At 160 Forzathon points, you're only getting about 1,000 credits per Forzathon point, where with the Reventon, at the moment, granted, this is at the moment, because in a couple days, the price could go down, it's almost 3,000 credits per Forzathon point, and you're getting almost 900,000 credits if you sell it in the auction house, which is not too bad, not too bad. But then after that, we have the Witch's Hat in the Witch's Nose. Both of these cost 75 Forzathon points and are only available at the moment. So if you guys want to go ahead and get the Witch's Hat or the Witch's Nose, you do have to buy them from the Forzathon shop. You know, it's Halloween related. You know, get spooky, man. Get spooky. But these will be available in wheel spins at a later date, so I'd recommend buying them now so that they don't show up in your wheel spins later on. But for those of you guys, maybe, let's say someone's watching right now in March and is wondering, how do I get the Witch's Hat? Well, it may become available in a wheel spin at a later date. Speaking of wheel spins, though, we have our regular wheel spins and our super wheel spins, which are unchanged this week. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend my Forzathon points on 2 super wheel spins and see what we can actually go ahead and pick up from there. Maybe we'll actually get lucky and get something decent. Maybe we will end up unsuccessful. So let's go ahead and spend our money on the Forzathon points and see what we can go ahead and get. Or not Forzathon points, super wheel spins, that is. Alright, let's back out of here and check our super wheel spins. Come on, big money, no whammy. Let's see what we can get. I see a Porsche. What else is there? I see some money. Come on, big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammy. Ooh, 200,000 credits and the best mates emote. That is not too bad. That's not too bad. That's more than what I paid for the Miura and the skill points. Even if we put the skill points at 3,000 credits a skill point, that's halfway decent right there. That is halfway decent. Alright, so now let's go ahead and check right here. What are we going to get? Come on, big money, no whammy. I only see legendary in 2 of them, though. We get the pop turtleneck, and, oh, come on. We could have had a 918 Spider. That is a terrible super wheel spin right there. This is one that I'm disappointed in that right there. We only got 10,000 credits and a turtleneck. Oh, man, that's bad. We did profit a little bit, but not as much as I would have liked, which kind of sucks anyway. So, but anyway, though, I think that's what we're going to wrap things up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Gurf413 and Instagram.com/Gurf413. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.